Okay. Is this still going?
Start the show.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're back.
You always say, we're back.
I know. Because we're back.
Oh.
My hair look funny?
Your beard's a little crooked today.
Maybe I trimmed it like Jake cut his hair.
Stop! So where are we?
So we're in the Jayco. So
We have a J feather
yeah.
that we are flipping
Yeah. And
along with the fifth wheel.
it's kind of wild. This was the trailer we bought to do first. And that was like almost
Oh
a
my
year
gosh,
ago right now.
So long ago. So we bought this trailer after selling our last one in August of last year with the intent of flipping it and selling it and making a profit. And then that was kind of the business that we would dive into. Well, then we had people reaching out to us saying, hey, will you renovate ours? What about ours? And we did 3 since then.
Yeah, we did 3 back to back.
Right. So this is sat. Meanwhile, my mind is like swirling with all the possibilities of what can be done in here. So we're finally jumping on this one and hoping to have it done in 2 weeks to sell.
I had done a lot of it before. When we first bought it, I tore it all apart and started building all the pieces.
The custom stuff before we got contacted by people.
Yeah, so right now a lot of the hard work was done.
So a third of the way
Yeah.
done.
But
So now we're diving back into it because we really want to get this one done and out of here because it's been sitting for so long and we want to give it to a family.
well, yeah, we want to finish what we started with.
Yeah.
So
So we put the fifth wheel on hold for a few weeks while we jump in and finish this one. And while Travis has been working on the fifth wheel, our friend that works for us, Mario, has been working on this slowly. And now it's coming to a point where a lot of the custom stuff needs to be done. Meaning Travis needs to come back and focus on this one. So what's the custom stuff you need to build for this one?
the things last night I just came up with a couple new things I want to do to it. I want to do a special bookshelf in the boys' room. So yeah, I came up with a cool bookshelf thing last night when I was just daydreaming. There's something else. Oh, I came up with something I want to try around the countertop area. So there's just, as we do it, I'm just gonna hopefully see little things to add to it.
And what's really fun about flipping our own is we can do whatever we want to it. Whereas when we're doing customer flips, which is great, they all have a vision of what they want, so we have to do what they want. Whereas now, like, this is our own flip that we're gonna sell, and we can do it how we want it. So all those little things that we've had in mind that would be cool to do in a flip, we can do.
Yeah, so...
so there's gonna be a lot of really unique things in this.
Yeah, just custom pieces, and that's kind of what I want our
So you have all the little
to
shelves to finish, countertops,
countertops to finish, couch to build, barn door to build,
table and bench.
bench. I got a lot of stuff to build.
The cool thing about our flips is that they come with so much custom work. We really gut them and we really rebuild them. And we don't, a lot of people say, well, doesn't that add weight? The amount that you take out, we usually put in less.
Yeah, that's the goal.
We've had a lot of our flips come back weighing less than what they started at.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a concern, and we are mindful of what we're putting in, but we're also taking out so much. So
yeah, we tend to take out more than we actually put back in.
Yeah.
And that's because when we rebuild the pieces, we rebuild them more functional. Like taking out a bed that didn't really serve a purpose, and then replacing it with a bed that has drawers and cabinet space underneath it. You know, we didn't take out any. We're actually putting probably less weight back into it than what was coming out of it.
And then the couch was a huge heavy couch that was in here.
Yeah, so all the couches have the beds underneath them that's all steel, and that's super heavy.
Right, we're building a piece that essentially can be a bed with throw pillows and drawers in the front, which is going to be so nice for storage. Oh my gosh. So we typically put in less than what we take out. So today we are working on flooring, and flooring and paint are the two biggest questions we get when it comes to renovating a trailer. They make the biggest difference and the biggest impact when you want to flip your own.
Yeah, it's the easiest thing to do to make it look like a home.
I don't know if it's the easiest.
It's not easy at all. It's a pain in the butt, but it's the thing that like you don't have to have tools and you don't have to have carpentry things. You know, it's pretty much just go for it and paint a wall. It's a lot of work and time, but it makes a huge difference. So yeah, we're doing the flooring right now.
And so today we're going to share with you what flooring we use, how we lay it. We're using a new technique this time, and give you a little detail on that. So when you have that question, I can send you right to this video, and hopefully it answers all of your questions, because I know when we did it for the first time, oh, I drilled it. I know that when we did the flooring for the first time, we didn't really know what we were doing. We just ripped up the carpet and laid down some floor.
That's all. My mom had laid this type of flooring in her bathroom, and she was just like, "Oh, this might work. Try this." So we tried it. So we did, and it was like, "Okay, that worked."
We're definitely people that don't really ask questions. We just try it.
Yeah, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But every one we do get a little. We're getting better, so it's kind of cool. Like this time we're using flooring instead of using spray adhesive like I'd done in the last couple.
So you're doing peel and stick flooring.
Yeah, I'm using peel and stick flooring.
And why?
I like it. One, it goes down easy. You don't have to worry about clipping it in, but mostly when they get damaged, you're able to replace them easily, like in a couple of seconds.
And we learned that the hard way with our first one. The slide came in and scratched the flooring, and we had used the flooring that clicks in.
Yeah, and it was done. It was in the middle of the entire floor, and unless we wanted to really take apart.
And the second owners that bought it from us, they ended up figuring out a way to replace that, which is awesome.
Well, they had a friend who was a flooring expert.
Yeah.
So he was able to come in and get it done, but that's his job. So we decided
after that not to use that type of flooring again. Rather, we'd use something where you can peel up the one piece that's scratched and lay down a new piece.
And that flooring was crazy expensive and really heavy.
Yeah.
And we noticed it came apart and got scratched up regardless. So
because when you're traveling and moving the trailer so much, the floor is going to shift, and so it would shift in spots. Whereas the peel and stick flooring doesn't seem to do that.
Well, it just seems to work better for us and to us, and the simplicity of it is nice.
And if you see us doing something and it's not the way you would do it, don't feel like you have to do it our way. Like this is just what works for us. And
on another flip, we'll try something different at some point, and maybe we'll change what we do. But for right now, this is what we're doing.
And the flooring we use is from Lowe's. Typically, we have a little extra with each flip that we will send along with the client. Mm-hmm. And we used to use the spray adhesive.
Yeah, the last ones we'd use the spray adhesive, and when the trailer would get really hot, you could see the glue kind of separate. So this time we're going with one that you actually paste on. It's a thicker glue, and it's for doing vinyl flooring. So we're going with that to see if that'll hold it even tighter. And yeah, it seems to be working perfect right now, so I'm stoked about that.
Because it is warm today.
Way messier, so that is a downside to putting it in. It takes more time. But I'm hoping that in the long run it will stick a little bit tighter than the spray adhesive stuff was. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Alright, get at it.
Back to it.
I'll hold the baby.
It is not easy on your knees. Flooring dudes, hands down, you guys are incredible. Because this is a tough job. Poop on camera, that'd be weird.
I think you've done that before.
Probably.
Alright.
Alright, back to work.
Yay!
Getting too old.
Yay! Yay! Hi, Riv. Hi.
Knee pads.
I want one.
Knee pads too.
You have knee pads at home in the big box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need those.
You have to bring them next time.
Yeah.
We'll have a lot of flooring to lay in the big one. I am using Stick and Stay.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. But yeah, it's just a vinyl composition tile, indoor, outdoor.
Are you reading exact right
Yeah,
off?
I don't know anything. I just asked the tile or the flooring guy, and he said, "Oh, this is great for that." So yeah, we're going for it. It's a pain in the butt to put on, but it's kind of like mortar or what you'd use in tile, I guess. So let's watch. See the hammer go?
No, Dad, can I do it?
Yeah, he can that nail right there. Or the screw. This is how it goes. He helps at whatever he possibly can.
What are you nailing down?
A nail.
Yeah, you're making it flat. Helping.
No, they use staples to hold, well, like everything. They use staples to hold down all the flooring. All right, get her. Good job. So sometimes, you know, you want to run your hand over the area where you're going to lay the next piece and make sure that there's nothing random sticking up that's going to keep it from sticking. Yeah, I'm going to need a long one.
Mom?
Yeah.
And bye.
Yummy.
Just need a long one.
And I just lay that so that I lay the amount of glue in the right area. I'm doing it fairly thin so that, well, one, it already is adhesive, so it's already going to stick, but also so that you're able to take it off if you need to. Wouldn't want it to be so stuck down that you can't get it off if it gets scratched. So I'm not putting it on quite as thick as you probably could, and that's the reasoning for it. What are you doing?
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, now you want to do all of these things that you weren't
No,
doing
I just
before.
want to push down.
Push down.
No, not
So,
push down.
Also, when you do flooring, and I'm not an expert by any means, but you want to leave a gap against whatever like solid wall you have, because these things are going to stretch when it's super hot, and then when it's cold, they're going to come back. So you want to leave a little room so they're not pressing too hard against anything. But yeah, and then I kind of use my foot and squeeze it in there, make sure it's nice and snug. Another thing with laying these trailers aren't square, like in any way, shape, or form. They're not square. It doesn't matter what you're looking at, nothing in it's gonna be square. So you kind of have to use your eyes and figure out what is straight going down the center of the trailer. That's how I did it. I eyeballed a straight line because there's no walls that are long enough to run it. So it's a matter of like kind of taking a chance and seeing what you can get straight so that you have a solid straight line running the length of the trailer.
And then you go right over the linoleum that's already here.
I do. I go over the linoleum. So the
Say that again. I go over the what? Say linoleum.
Linoleum with that babe. I go right over it. That's the first thing they put in these trailers. So it's under all of the walls. It's under all of the cabinets. So I go right over top of it because otherwise you're having a pain in the butt to cut it all out. And the only thing to worry of, this is going to be a little higher, is this is going to be a little higher than the regular floor. So when you bring the slide in, when you first bring it up, check underneath it if there's anything sharp. Like bring it in a little bit, rub your fingers, see if any nails are poking through, anything that's going to come and scratch it, because it is sitting higher. And then I like to use those things you use for like moving furniture, the slide disc things, And I'll bring this in and then I'll stick those underneath the slide so that it's pushing those over the floor rather than dragging across it. That's my little tip for the day.
And someone asked where you got that roller already.
Yeah, it's Lowe's. Super shitty. Yesterday this whole thing was coming out and now today it's sticking again, so.
Don't buy one.
So, yeah, not great.
Honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the only policy.
Oh,
If you don't have an assistant, I can hire out Trenton for you.
He charges a corn dog and a Lego set.
Yep. Pretty reasonable for today's wages.
don't take, I want the corn dog right now. Yeah, I want the corn
Let me
dog.
see, love. Make sure all your arrows are going in the same direction. That's just a grain pattern on the fake looking wood. Another thing that's rad with this stuff, not that it's rad because it's messy, but it cleans up super easy with water. Like, turns into like a liquid putty that comes off super easy. So that's nice. Get it closer. Try some, yeah.
Roll me up. That's for fun. Oh my, that is good. Oh.
Day 2 of laying the flooring. I got pretty far, probably like, I don't know, 75, 80% maybe. So hopefully only one more day as far as laying the flooring. Now it's gonna be all the hard, or you know, the time consuming cuts and things like that. So hopefully I can get it all done in a day. Laid all the straight long pieces and I'll turn it around and show you guys all of that right now. So I got 4-inch stuck to my foot. So I got it going into the bunk area. Kind of hard to tell in there. Turn it around. Yeah, it's really hard to see it with all of the bright spots and dark spots. So yeah, we're almost there. Get going. What else?
We're done. Hi, Trenton. You want to be in our video? Are you a cameraman?
TCS? Do we look good? Don't touch it. There's like a cabinet.
A bunkhouse. That's not our boys' room.
Or the bunkhouse that will be someone else's boys' room, I guess.
Or girls.
Do those even exist? Do people have girls? I would have no idea. But because that's the
Go
first
over what?
linoleum.
Can you get the blanket off River's face so people don't comment about how bad my parenting is for letting him put a blanket over his face?
Hey, he's just
even though
trying
it's
to keep
not.
the bugs away. He likes it. So last night we were sitting at the dinner table, and Aaron looks across at Jake, and his hair is like flat in the front, and this huge piece of his being.
His bang's like this, or the front of his hair goes like, and then up, and then over, and I'm just like.
Did you cut your hair?
No.
No.
Dead face stare.
I couldn't
No.
believe how well he lied.
So then I'm questioning myself because I cut their hair, and I'm
I
like,
was too. I was like, damn, Aaron.
did I do that? Like, no way. I looked at his hair after. I would have noticed if there was a big empty square in the front. I literally thought, because we asked him like 5 times.
And
did
he
you
was
cut it?
straight faced, like
No.
no, I didn't do it.
No. Why would I do that? No.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, no way. There's no way I did that. And finally Travis is like, you're not going to get in trouble, dude. Just tell us if you cut your hair. And he's like...
Well, and then he's like, I'm not going to get in trouble.
And then I'm like...
And then we're like, oh, he did it. And then we're like... And I'm like, well, you're not going to get in trouble for cutting your hair, but you're going to get in trouble for lying to us.
And he's like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why did you cut your hair, Jake? Well, it was just touching my eye. I'm like... Well, and Travis is just like, well, now you got to live with that haircut because it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, so that was our dinner.